This is R.L. Stein. You're listening to It's Eric Nagel. Stay scary, everyone.
Segment 2 of the show. Eric and Jordan here with you, talking about television, movies, streaming updates, all the news that's fit to print. And we start off everything with what we've been watching, what we've been engaging in the past week. Jordan, lead us off. What have you been watching?
Well, I started watching season 2, episode 1 of Wednesday.
But it's fucking Thursday.
Thursday
fuck.
night, yeah.
Nailed them.
It doesn't feel the same as the last season, which I get. You know, you want to be able to move forward and evolve a little bit. But I feel like they've kind of made her character more of a bitch. Like, she's real bitchy in this first episode. Like, and to a point where it's like, I'm like, I'm going to watch it. I'm going to finish it. But, I mean, there was off camera, between seasons, one of the main characters turned out to be a real scumbag, so I had to write him out of the show.
Right.
All the shit that happened with her talking the way she talks about how Hollywood and, just being, objectified, just the way she is kind of.
Wait, who was the scumbag that got written out of the show?
I believe it was.
Was it the guy who was the creature at the end of the first season?
No, it was the other guy. They knew there was kind of almost like a love triangle between the guy who was the creature and the other guy with the ponytail.
Yeah. Oh, he was a problem?
Turns out he was a real scumbag. Like a lot of sexual harassment shit.
On that set or just in real life?
I think in real life. I don't know if it happened on set, but
I'm not saying one's better than the other. I just was curious where or what. All right.
But so yeah, they wrote him out of the show. I mean, it was, I don't know. I'm still gonna watch it. The first episode didn't really hold my
attention. Is it a weekly episode or is it a bunch of episodes for the first part?
I think there's a few episodes. Okay. I think they're doing part 1 and then part 2. So they just give you like half of it and they're going to give you half later.
We'll reiterate later. Part 1's out now. I didn't know how many episodes, but part 2 comes out September 3rd. So
yeah.
Okay.
And then I started watching another show again with the first episode not really holding my attention. There's a new Marvel cartoon out called Eyes of Wakanda.
Yes, that is available on Disney Plus.
Disney Plus, and then the way that one is structured is. Each episode tells a different story about, different warriors from Wakanda, different timelines, so it's not like, the first episode is not going to lead into the second episode and the third. They're all separate stories. The first story, I was really bored. I was really bored with it. The other episodes I kind of read ahead to kind of see what they were about. They seem a little more interesting, so I'm going to continue with that. But yeah, that first episode, I just wasn't as enthralled by it as I wanted to be. The other thing I did start is season 2 of Twisted Metal. The first episode, just as funny as the rest of it. I thought, yep, there we go. I love that show. The second season started off really well. It's fun. I like it. So I'll continue with that. And then I saw The Naked Gun, the reboot the reboot, remake, however you want to call it, with Liam Neeson and Pamela Anderson. I'm happy to say it's really, really funny. It's the same kind of shit from the first movie, like the first couple movies. It's just the same kind of comedy, the same kind of stuff. There's no agendas in it. I mean, it does stuff that's really funny. Like, Drebin walks up to a crime scene and he does this thing where he pulls out gloves. Like, you're like, okay, it's a police procedural. He puts on a glove, right? And then he takes his non-gloved hand and picks up the evidence. And it's just like stupid shit like that reminded me so much of the originals that it made me really happy that it was there. So everyone did great. It's just long enough to be funny without it feeling like you're just doing too much. The jokes they land perfectly. Everyone has something to do in the movie that's perfect. I enjoyed it a lot. I think Liam Neeson does well kind of picking up the Frank Drebin mantle. There's still parts that I still feel are a little weird with him, but otherwise I really, really enjoyed it. Pamela Anderson was great in it. Like, she definitely kind of played the Priscilla Presley part. You know what I mean? Like, her counterpart, like, that was work. It was fun. It was really good. And then I'm listening to AFI just put out a new single called Behind the Clock. It sounds weird. It sounds very weird. It doesn't sound like AFI. It sounds more like Echo and the Bunnymen. Like, it is just such a random song.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he is. They changed their sound a little bit. I'm digging it. It doesn't sound like the same AFI that I'm used to hearing. So, but not too bad. But that's everything that I've been doing. I'm gonna see. I think I'm gonna see Weapons maybe Sunday. I think there's something else I want to watch, but yeah, that's what I've been watching. What you been watching?
I watched the first part of the reboot of King of the Hill.
You say part. How many episodes are you talking?
You know what? I'm not 100% sure. Is it a 2-part season, or was that everything I watched? Because if that's everything, I watched 14 episodes.
You're like, I just blew right through it.
It's fantastic.
Oh, that makes me happy.
I couldn't believe
make me happy.
How much I was enjoying the whole thing.
Okay.
And I was sitting there, I'm like, there's going to be something that falls out here. There's going to be something that's different. And, I know real life situations happened where 2 of the cast members died. One was I don't know if you want to say it was problematic, but it was a bit crazy surrounding the circumstances of his death. The guy who played John Redcorn on the show. And then the other guy who plays
Dale Gribble.
Dale had passed away.
Well, I mean, Brittany Murphy's no longer with us either. So, like, Luann is not even a character I think you can bring back.
No, Luann and her husband, who was Tom Petty, who's also not
he's
here
also
anymore.
Not around.
There's a big photo of them on the wall in the living room
that's cool.
of there. So there's that. Cotton's bimbo wife that he married and had the baby.
Right.
The baby now the baby's in his late teens.
Nice.
So Good Hank is there, and I forgot what her name is there. His boss shows up. The Suma Nusaphones, the annoying Liaisians that live next to him.
From Laos.
Dude, the whole thing, I was amazed how great this thing was. And it gave me a lot of hope back saying, like, I loved The King of the Hill when it was on, but it wasn't like my favorite show.
I enjoyed it. Like, it was an appointment watching for me.
But having seen the reboot of Beavis and Butthead being fantastic, and now the reboot of King of the Hill being fantastic, is really hopeful that if left alone, these properties can come back in a new way and be good continuations of all of these things here. Can't recommend it enough. It's on Hulu. Go watch it now before Hulu goes away and becomes Disney Plus altogether. We'll get into that in a little bit. You have that story, right?
Yeah, I do.
Okay,
yes.
So we have that. I watched that. It's fantastic. I had a clip too. I pulled it, but I forgot to bring it. So I'll show you next week, or I may just put it online. It's hilarious. There's this thing where they're trying to teach kids about drinking beer, the problems of drinking beer by giving them non-alcoholic beer, and the parents still having a problem with it. It's everything's just so well done. I finished Andor.
Finally,
because King of the Hill was over, and I said, well, "What else do I have to watch here?" And then,
hey, Eric.
I clicked on at the same time you did.
That's funny.
Jared, the geek in the chat, did Eric finish Andor? And the answer is yes, he finally did. And then all right, here's a dumb moment. So it was over, and I was sitting there, I'm like, man, I wonder what happens now. And then forgot that Rogue One was what happens after this.
like literally, like minutes after that show ends, leads into when he's in the.
So I finished the show, and my water bottle's empty. So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna go get water. I'm filling up. I'm thinking about it. I'm like, man, that was kind of good how it ended. I'm like, I hope they do more of this thing.
What a happy ending.
And then, like 10 minutes later, I stop and I just drop my head and I start laughing to myself. I'm like, Rogue One. I can just go watch Rogue One and I can see what happened after that. So
it does make Rogue One feel different, knowing that lead up. Because, when you first meet Cassian Andor in Rogue One, he's kind of shady. He's dealing with this guy. He ends up killing the guy to sacrifice him so he can get away from the stormtroopers.
He got recast as Pedro Pascal in the second season.
He's now a Mandalorian. So, like, when you watch Andor, you see the lead up. They talk about all that stuff, and then and that movie happens. His character arc feels way different now. And it's like you have this bigger respect for him, and then how that all happened. And surprisingly one of the best Star Wars. Not even just movie or show, just Star Wars. Like that's what this stuff should be.
Right.
Like let's stop focusing on the Jedi. We get it. Like the space Catholics are fine. We got it. Let's do some of this stuff.
I was really more enthralled with the Empire's inner workings. As a corporate entity or a military entity, other than the Emperor and Stormtroopers and Darth Vader, you're seeing
the bureaucracy of them getting fucking passed over for promotion.
That's what I was just gonna say. I'm seeing the bureaucracy of all of this. The people who are ladder climbing, the people who are abusing power. There's some mafia tactics with taking out people who are oppositions within the I'm like, this is espionage. This is
that mean-faced blonde chick getting her fucking comeuppance. And
she was crying in the prison as the lights go out, and then that's the last we'll see of her.
It's such a good show. It's just such a good show.
Yeah, you're right. Woodpit in the chat here is like season 1 of Andor kind of makes you respect the Empire a little bit.
Some of it, yeah.
Yeah, because it also makes you think of that old adage of, well, I mean, considering the comparisons, I'm thinking that's what they're going through. And it's like, well, at least the trains ran on time, That's how when you're thinking of the Empire, it's like, what's good about the Empire? Well, the trains ran on time. And it's like, oh, okay, now I'm seeing the comparisons of what they were going for here. But that was good. And then I would have done this in segment 1, but I'm going to bring it to you here in segment 2. There has been a phenomenon unfolding in front of our eyes, Jordan. It's taking the world by storm. And we touched on it a little bit last week. We're going to revisit it again, but there's been more. Oh, there's been a lot more since when we last revisited the fact that the WNBA has never been more exciting.
Oh, my God.
And I say that wholeheartedly. That men are actually wanting to tune in and caring about watching the games. They don't care who wins the games. They don't know 99% of the people on there, except Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark, and maybe now the one that got hit during one of these games. Sophia, we'll watch there in a little second.
Yeah, I know.
So what I did was, I went above and beyond to put this package together. I got the HD clips. I found the feeds. I didn't take social media clips. I didn't do a lot of that other stuff there. I went and found tweets that I layered into some of this stuff here. I have production value. I made graphics. I've got weird saxophone horny music in there. I'm building this up because I present to you the week that was of Dildo Mania for the WNBA. Let's take a look.
Hayes gets blocked by Maya Caldwell. Something flies on the court, actually, from the crowd. And the object comes, that green thing bounces, and it goes to the sideline. And no one's picked the object up yet. You guys, oh my gosh, okay.
This is the best.
Got a whistle away from the basketball.
It's another one.
And objects being thrown onto the court. The officials take care of it quickly.
I'm loving this.
Oh, look out. Something just came onto the floor. Got an object that just flew in as the free throw.
Look at this, Jordan.
Made.
Hold on. I want to point something out.
The fact that had to be posted.
The fat chick, this was somebody's... this is somebody in the crowd that just had their phone on, because this is the what was the game for this one here? This was Los Angeles versus Indianapolis.
I think it was Phoenix.
And objects being thrown onto the court. The officials take care of it
No,
quickly.
this is the... All right, so Indianapolis Fever versus the Los Angeles Sparks happened on August 5th of 2025 here. She's they're in the what is that area? It's not the free throw because that's further out, but right there under the net, that block area. Mm-hmm. It gets thrown from the lower level. It's not like the higher levels just arced it and it landed on the court. It was thrown from a lower level, so somebody had to do an old softball underhand pitch to get the arc to get it on there. Hits one of the players, And then another player from the opposing team walks over and goes, ew, and then kicks it back into the crowd where this fat lady picked it up thinking like, oh, a souvenir. Oh, wait, no. And then dropped it. Didn't wipe her hands, by the way. She just dropped it back on the ground and then pointed at it. Look at this.
Oh, look out. Something just came onto the floor.
He kicked it away.
An object that just flew in as the free throw was being...
Look at this. Fan footage. I don't know if this is a girl now that I'm thinking about it. It could be a guy. I don't know. But look, it's in his hand or her hand. It's in their hand. Picks it up like, ooh, free souvenir. Is this a T-shirt? And then puts it back down. And it's like, oh, nope, there it is.
Like if I do this,
yeah,
there are no germs on my hands.
I'm now thinking that they probably, it's like, it got kicked over. I'm going to get it and take it. And then he's like, I could sell this on eBay. Or I could later on my Instagram. I'm the one who got the green dildo that flew onto the what are they, the Sparks? During the Sparks game, this is the dildo that happened there. And then when somebody caught them or officials were coming over and dropped it down, oh, nope, pointing it out to the crowd like, nope, there it is. Now, Sophie Cunningham.
Yeah, she's the one that got hit.
She's the one that got hit. She wrote this a couple days before this incident happened and said on her tweet here, I'm saying for the radio audience, I know the people on the live stream here can see it, but it says, stop throwing dildos on the court. A professional athlete, by the way. Stop throwing dildos on the court. ... You're going to hurt one of us. Now watch this, Jordan. Ready?
Made. And it looked like that hit a player, too.
Now, the announcer just said, looks like it hit a player. After that game, she had to quote posted her tweet. And she goes, well, this did not age well because she said, stop it, you're going to hit somebody. And she's the one that got hit with this mysterious green dildo.
She's pretty cool. She's when Caitlin Clark was getting beat up a couple weeks ago, she came in and put someone in a headlock and just threw her to the ground. She is pretty cool.
Awesome.
So that's really funny.
Tom from Alberta in the chat saying, too bad it didn't land suction cup down and they had to wrestle it off the hardwood. Do you imagine them trying to pull up and then you just hear from all the open mics just that as it comes off the wood floor?
Yeah, it's like...
And whoever is the one that fucking yanks that thing off like Sword in the Stone is forever the meme of just this going back and forth. The gif of him with the dildo going like this.
$1,000 check to anyone that gets it off the court with no hand.
So we'll continue on. So that was game 3.
It's third.
There's more. So this was game 3 of a green dildo. This is amazing because one person figured this out. I don't know if we'll find out that this is a coordinated effort.
I have some follow-up after we...
Okay, because I know there was a couple of arrests for the different games.
Mm-hmm.
All right, please fill me in after that. But the fact that this was all going on is hilarious. And then, Amazon's deal was like, wait a minute, why are we shipping so many green rubber dildos? What is going on here?
Is this guy ordering in bulk?
Okay, here's game 3, going into the rest. Game 4, the Dallas Wings versus the New York Liberty. I'll read what's on the screen here for you. This says, wait, why is it moving like that? There we go. Another green, quote, thing was thrown tonight at the Liberty versus Wings game, but it didn't make it to the court. It almost hit a child. You all need to stop. Well,
I don't condone that part of it.
No, it's hilarious, but also it's like, okay, enough fun. The caption says it almost hit a child, but let's see what the video actually says. It's behind her seat. She's got the camera on there. She's pointing at it. Security's coming over. They're on walkie-talkies. They don't know what to make of it. He's like, do you have plastic? Because he's looking for
he ain't touching it.
He's getting a plastic bag like you're picking up dog shit, right? The kid is right behind this lady who's taping everything on her phone. That's her.
Sorry, guys. It's okay. Oh my gosh. Are you okay? Did it hit you? Absolutely nothing. Oh my gosh. What's wrong with you?
It hit the kid in the face. Now,
that meme of the hot dogs coming at the person.
Now, so that little kid, I mean, I had to do some creative editing because at some
Sure.
parts it
Yeah,
goes
they
up and I didn't want to
yeah.
show the kid's face there, right? But the kid tells her, it's like, yeah, it hit her in the face. And then she's like, what? Her or somebody else yells, what's wrong with you? Because they're looking behind trying to find the person for it. Now, I put this slate here at the end. To be continued, ? Because who knows what next week will bring. And I saved it there so it's easy to edit if more comes around. We're going to start this all from the beginning again. And it's just going to keep going and going and building for
Now,
all of this stuff.
In light of all this, the WNBA has banned bags. You can't bring bags in anymore. So they've gone to bagless. I know a lot of sporting events. And
How
things
are
like that
women
have a
going to bring
clear
their
bag
purses
policy.
and stuff?
You can't.
They're,
Well, I
you're
know
gonna
you don't like going to concerts, but a lot of concerts have bag policies that literally only let you bring in like a bag that's the size of like a man's wallet. I mean, and I've seen people go to these concerts, get up to the front, be told they have to go back, and they're like, I don't want to walk back to the car. It's fucking 8 miles that way, and they just throw their shit away.
Right.
Like there is just a trash bin full of people's bags. So yeah, they banned their policy, and then, like you said, a couple of arrests have happened. Well, I'm finding this.
Wait a minute. Hold on a second. Or clear backpacks? You can bring a clear backpack?
Sometimes they'll allow you to do a clear backpack as well. I know a lot of sport, especially the NFL with the preseason starting today. They do clear bag policies. So like if you come in, you have to, it's got to be clear. A cryptocurrency group has taken responsibility for the green sex toys thrown at the WNBA games. A spokesperson for the group behind the meme coin called, get this, Green Dildo Coin.
Hold on. Time out. I'm going to do the Zach Morris pause. Time out. Evie pause. Time freezes. Which came first, the crypto coin or the dildo on the court?
I don't know. That's why this is funny. They're taking credit for the group called Pranks at 6 different WNBA games since last Tuesday. The spokesperson remained anonymous for the interview, citing the sensitive nature of the issue. The latest incident later that day was a pair of sex toys thrown at the game between the Chicago Sky and Atlanta Dream. One made it to the court. So I think the one that we saw, the one didn't make it all the way, but one did. So there was a pair of them at the last game that we had done. So
right.
Yeah, this apparently.
This is the Atlanta Dream one. Yeah, so this is the one where we see it on the floor in all its neon glory.
Well, what's great is that the floor was black, so it really kind of stuck out.
Really? It was its time to shine.
Right. So apparently the meme coin was launched on July 28th as a counter to what the group considers toxic environment in the crypto world. The group coordinated plans to enter WNBA arenas with green sex toys to promote the launch, according to text messages obtained by USA Today. The first sex toy incident took place on July 29th, the day after the launch. So they launched first. And then they launched dildos at games.
Gotta say,
great marketing.
As far as business goes, brilliant marketing. May not be legal, may get some kind of fine or lawsuit down the line, but brilliant. Yeah. Again, not endorsing it, but I'm also not condoning it. I think that this is going to be the new octopus on the ice.
I really hope so.
I really hope so too. Now, what if it's multiple? Like almost like they're launched from, like, you know, when they do bow and arrows where they launch them into the sky as the oncoming troops come in, so that it's just like a Hail Mary shot.
Just like in basketball where it's like dozen egg night and they're just, everyone's throwing dildos. It's all branded.
Maybe it doesn't affect the game. Maybe it's in celebration. Like they all wait for the game to be done and the home team wins, and then it's raining dildos.
There's been hockey games that I go to that during like the second intermission, they'll throw teddy bears onto the ice for kids in need.
Right.
It's the same thing. We just throw dildos for all those disadvantaged.
For all those lonely divorced women or miscellaneous, however they decide to identify themselves.
Or men. Hey, we don't discriminate.
I know. But I hope this is a trend that will continue to go. Because
really
as an entertainment point of view, it's hilarious. I do want to show you one last thing before we move on to the rest of this stuff here. It involves the WNBA. So somebody took footage of, the hype teams that sports have where they have the T-shirt guns or people are throwing out stuff into the crowd or whatever. So this is footage of a woman at one of the WNBA games throwing out, I think it originally was a T-shirt into the crowd.
Imagine a dildo cannon, those things coming at you at like 50 miles an hour.
Well, hang on. So obviously this has been superimposed, but the editing and the music was my design. So
oh no.
let us where's the specialty one here? Let's take a look.
Oh, that's great. Look at it wobble. And there's a dildo for a lucky fan.
I had fun editing that. I will say it's one of the things I'm most recently proud of. Some of my production work. What's taking you all night in there? No, you don't want to know. You don't know. No, I've re-edited this thing 4 different times, and I've laughed each
Eric,
time.
what are you up to? Do you want to play some games? I can't. I'm illustrating dildos flying into the crowds.
I'm trying to find
Casio keyboard version of "I Can Believe I Can Fly."
It's like I'm trying to find illegal, high quality footage of WNBA games, so I don't have to pay to. Because I didn't want the shitty like square versions or whatever off social media. I said if we're gonna do this right, I'm going to find the full HD versions of it and put some effort into this, some production value. So there was that.
Good on you. That's awesome.
Okay. You have WWE for later. Okay. So let's move on here. What's out now in theaters for you to enjoy? Freak Your Friday. If that's what you want to go and do, that's something that you can definitely go and see. The other one I do recommend, Weapons.
Yeah, Giddle said it was really good. I'm excited to see it myself.
Quick gist of what the movie's about.
Actually, I really don't know a lot.
It's creepy kids moving around in the trailer, and I said, all right, let's see what that does.
The basic premise is like, and I can't remember the number, but is all of a sudden, like in the middle of the night, like 20 kids just get up out of their bed, walk out into the street, and take off and disappear. And that was the marketing,
as one does.
Yeah, and Zach Krieger, he's the guy that did Barbarian, which I really, really enjoyed. Mm-hmm. And then,
Wait, so Barbarian was the thing where the houses weren't connected. It's like some shit area of Detroit or something, right?
Yeah. So like in like the basement, there was just like this person just living there, and it was messed up. It was good though. It was really good. So same director. I'm excited to see that. Probably see it Sunday, so I'll have a review for it next week.
All right. Goonie Tunes real quick in the chat here saying, did I watch War of the Worlds? I didn't. I forgot to, but because I watched King of the Hill and then I finished Andor. That is on my list to watch here. But I didn't know about it until you told me last week, right? Uh-huh. Since then, I've seen, and I'm trying to avoid everyone shitting on this thing.
It is, from what I was reading, they're saying it's the worst movie that's been made.
I don't want to know anymore.
I am 100% in on it.
I don't want to know anymore. I will watch it. I'm curious of it here. I want to watch this and be surprised by either everyone is just too up on their high horse that it is a fantastic way of storytelling in cinema, or it's a colossal failure, a disgrace, and I'm there for that too. So we shall see. Over on Netflix, like Jordan was saying, he watched season 2 of Wednesday, part 1. I believe somebody in the chat said it's 4 episodes.
Yeah.
And then part 2, I had my list here. Part 2 of Wednesday, September 3rd. So you've got some time to binge all 4 of those episodes, or if you haven't watched any of it, go back. I'm about halfway through season 1 again because I wanted to go back and rewatch
really enjoyed that one
before getting into season 2. Over on Disney Plus and Hulu, while it still remains, King of the Hill season 14, like I told you, and Marvel animated series Eyes of Wakanda. Don't know much about that. I'll eventually get around to watching that. Over on Amazon Prime, the War of the Worlds with Ice Cube movie is there, but that came out last week. The Pickup, I want to point out, looks pretty good.
I've seen nothing about this.
It's Eddie Murphy and Pete Davidson working together. It's like a banker, like a robbery caper kind of thing.
Okay.
And their boss is Andrew Dice Clay.
Oh, okay. I'll watch it.
I was watching the clips a long time ago, and it finally came out because Dice is posting some clips of him with Eddie and what have you. I don't care how terrible it is. I'm sure there's going to be funny moments because Dice is in there. So,
sure.
I'm looking forward to that. Over on your on-demand for your video rental services, Jurassic World Rebirth, the one that seems to be kicking ass in the theaters still.
It's made a lot of money for everyone saying it's a shitty movie. So I'll watch it. I couldn't believe that it made as much money as it did.
Right. All right. So that's it. I'm trying to see what we have coming out next week.
I would have padded up.
I have it right here.
For August.
I forgot to do it. So for next week on the 12th on FX and on Hulu, the new Alien series, Alien Earth, starts.
A lot of people are saying that's really good.
I've heard some good things.
It got me excited about it. Like I wasn't in, and then now like everyone's like saying it's one of the best things Aliens have done.
So bookmark that.
Yeah.
So you can watch that. Next week in the theaters, Nobody 2 with Bob Odenkirk. Looking forward to that. And the week after that, which is DC Peacemaker Season 2.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, August seems to be pretty good.
It's a good way to round out the summer there, and then some other things still to come.
Yep.
All right. With that, we got to move on to entertainment news. Jordan? I'm getting graphics. Whoops, and I hit the replay thing. I'm going to get graphics, too. I'm going to try to recreate the old MTV News thing.
Be like, what is that, a typewriter?
By the way, I built that myself. That wasn't taking it from MTV News. I went and found elements and made that myself. Thank you.
All right, I'm Tabitha Soren, and this is your entertainment news.
I'm Kurt Loder.
You're old. I know we mentioned this, I believe, last week, maybe even the week before, but just a reminder, Peacock is going to be increasing their subscription prices.
As kids call it.
It's ridiculous. They don't have a lot of stuff on it yet, especially with the news coming up soon. But premium is increasing from $7.99 to $10.99 a month. The Premium Plus is increasing from $13.99 to $16.99 a month. Premium Annual is increasing from $80 to $110, and then the other is going from $140 to $170 a year. And I don't know. I like having Peacock. I've been watching. I mean, obviously,
right.
The Twisted Metal's on there. There's been some stuff on there that's been pretty good, but not enough to justify adding this much cost to it. I think I already paid for a year very cheap around, I think, Black Fridays. They usually do good deals for like $20. You can get like the commercial one, so I don't upgrade.
Yeah.
But I just can't see spending this price for what they're offering me.
I've talked in the past. I have Peacock because remember when they rebooted Quantum Leap? I was actually liking that, and then they killed it off. I had it just because WWE was on there, right? So I'd watch Monday Night Raw and SmackDown, and they're not called pay-per-views anymore. PLEs, paid live. Yeah. I hate when they do this. It's like, well, it's updated because times have changed. Yeah, pay-per-views don't exist anymore, but pay-per-view is still a PPVs. No one's saying PPVs, PLEs. Saying pay-per-view, people know what you're talking about. It's like, oh, the new PLE for the UFC. And it's like, paid live events. That's stupid. UFOs are UFOs, not, what is it?
UAPs.
UAP. Stop changing shit just because it's new branding. It doesn't work. Anyway, so I only had it for WWE. Well, Twisted Metal now too, but I always said that my mom uses my account because she watches all the different Law and Orders. Reba has a bunch of episodes or seasons
on there. Nice.
She watches a lot of this stuff. I think I'm going to tell her, it's like, with this price increase, I just can't. I'm going to let go of Peacock. I just can't swing it anymore, and see what she does. If she's like, okay, because she watches those to go to bed. Like she puts on Law and like I don't know how she does it, but she puts on like SVU and then goes to sleep. I mean, it's
There's
horrific.
Semen everywhere tonight.
Yeah, it's horrific content, and that's what she used to go to sleep. So I think I'm just going to tell her, it's like, yeah, I'm going to cancel it because I just don't want to. Well, what's the cheapest one there? $7.99.
$10.
I don't want to pay the $10.99 a month anymore. That's just it's just breaking the bank. and see what she does. If she's like, "Oh, just transfer the account to me, I'll take it," or if she doesn't give a shit, then I'm definitely going to cancel it if she doesn't care. But yeah, the problem with the Peacock stuff. Can we switch the order around of those two there and go as to why the Peacock thing is going to be worthless?
Yep. ESPN will be adding WWE events and more NFL content as streaming services set August 24th to launch. So ESPN's future begins streaming on August 21st, and starting next year, it will have a lineup of notable new events joining it. Sports media giant on Wednesday officially announced that the launch date for its forthcoming streaming service, which will be called simply ESPN, the company announced a major deal with the WWE, which is huge, bringing its premium live events, including WrestleMania, SummerSlam, and the Royal Rumble to the service in the U.S. beginning next year. Netflix is going to hold the international rights again, as well as expanded rights deal with the NFL, including the NFL Draft, and a bundle that includes the NFL Plus streaming services. I think
ESPN just bought Red Zone.
Yeah, I think so too.
Which, if you're not familiar with what Red Zone is, Red Zone just shows you the last 20 yards of any team that's by the touchdown line.
Right.
It cuts to those games like, hey, we're in the 20-yard line here. Let's see if anyone scores. All right, no, it's not going to reset back to first down after the break. Let's get over to the Dallas game and see.
Yeah. They unveiled the service back in May. The price tag on this, which honestly is ridiculous, $30 a month, and it teased plans to bundle alongside with Disney Plus and Hulu. The news Wednesday ensures that it will be up and running in the time for football season, which preseason starts today. The service will include live inside a completely redesigned ESPN app. So once again,
that ESPN Plus thing they have, or what was it called, Direct something? Yes, whatever. They used to have the UFC pay-per-views on there, and then UFC moved off of that to their own thing. So this is probably ESPN's way of replacing that with their sister company, I guess. Mm-hmm. $30 a month. If you don't give a shit about football, like if you're a younger kid or something, if you don't care about football but you like wrestling, your parents aren't going to pay $30 just for you to watch it one pay-per-view a month. Maybe two if it's one of those weird months where things overlap. So the whole wrestling breakdown now is just because TKO owns it and they can make all this money in other places doesn't mean they should go and do all of those things. But they're doing it. They're selling everything. They put ads on the ring now, which looks gaudy and atrocious. The walls behind the ring for TV side are all LED on the wall so that you're seeing ads on the wall. When they're out of the ring on the floor, there's ads there. Like everywhere they could slap a sticker or a graphic or something, it's there.
Yeah, but that's sports in general. I mean, they've got NFL, NBA jerseys now have advertising all over. Hockey, I think, was going to start doing that.
Baseball has those green screens behind home plate to show you ads and stuff while you're watching the pitch count and what have you.
I think as far as WWE goes, they're just catching up to what everybody else has been doing.
I guess, because Vince always, say what you want about Vince, but Vince always felt like that was sacred ground for the ring and everything. So it had to be clean. It had to look, preserved so that when you go back and watch old clips, you don't have old advertising for a product that's not there anymore, or of a company that was bought out or went under that doesn't exist. Forever watching a very memorable moment, but there's Jimmy John's whatever sub combo is on the turnbuckle for whatever the price point was. ESPN is paying an average of $325 million a year on a 5-year deal with WWE for their pay-per-view events. They're paying Disney overall $1.6 billion for the streaming rights of just their specialty events. That doesn't include Raw. That doesn't include SmackDown or NXT, or they just absorbed the very popular Mexican League AAA, which is watched worldwide. That thing is huge too. You're not getting any of that stuff. You just get like SummerSlam or Money in the Bank. The things that are once, maybe twice a month. That's what you're paying $30 for all of this stuff. Although I did hear if you are a cable subscriber, you don't have to pay the extra $30 for it. or if you already have
if you have that bundle system with Hulu, Disney, and
right. So you don't have to, you're already a subscriber, so you don't have to do that. So I'll have to see, because I don't think I have. No, I don't. I got rid of that bundle a year ago. I had the
didn't you have the HBO Go? But well, you have.
No, I do now. I had Disney Plus because I wasn't paying for it because I got it with Verizon years ago when it launched. And it was through my phone deal that they just keep paying for it. I wasn't paying for Disney Plus. And then I was like, this is stupid. I didn't want this part of on my phone bill anymore. So I got rid of it, rebundled. It's Hulu, because I was paying for Hulu separate too. So I got Disney, Hulu, and HBO Max instead of the ESPN thing. So I don't think I have a subscription. If that's the case, I don't care about the pay-per-views. I'll just watch the clips when they show up on YouTube or on Instagram after each match, as they do.
I just checked. I think I actually have that bundle. So yeah, whatever this comes out,
give me a login and I'll throw you a 10 every week or something, every month or something like that. Here's the other thing too. So Peacock was previously paying $180 million a year for their 5-year deal to have Raw, SmackDown, the WWE archive that they would put up there, and the pay-per-view events. Which included like NXT's pay-per-view events. 180 million. Now they went from 180 to 325 a year and less content for ESPN. Because if you're a wrestling fan, or if your kids are wrestling fans, here's what you're facing now. Monday Night Raw, Netflix. Highlights, clips, and stuff from Monday Night Raw, only on Netflix. International community gets all the pay-per-views and all that other stuff because that's the deal they worked outside of North America. SmackDown, their Friday night show, is on the USA Network, which is owned by NBC Universal, Peacock. So that SmackDown will be on USA plus Peacock, and the highlights and stuff, best of whatever from SmackDown, all on Peacock there. NXT is on the CW, which is still a channel.
I can't believe it's still a channel. I honestly forget about it.
So now you have that on an obscure cable channel. You're lucky to get any of that stuff there, but then you have to go to YouTube for highlights and what have you. Now the pay-per-views, the PLEs, you have to pay for $30 a month for an ESPN Plus or Direct, whatever the thing is called.
They're just calling it ESPN.
Well, what is it called now? I know. What is it called now? That
ESPN Plus.
ESPN Plus. Yeah, I'm just going with the branding that people know.
Gotcha.
So ESPN Plus, you're going to be paying $30 for that. If you're liking football and all this stuff, I guess it's a great value for you. Good, you got the WWE with it. If you're only there for wrestling for you and your family, it's not worth the money for $30. Good on WWE, I could say, from a business or TKO. They're getting all these deals that they normally would never have gotten before, but at what cost? Who knows? So WWE in the news got that was not sitting well and still not sitting well with the fan base. Then we had last week, Triple H was at the White House with President Trump and his mother-in-law, Linda McMahon. They were Donald Trump's bringing back the presidential physical fitness test. It's been gone since, I think, 2009. President Obama dissolved that program. But they're bringing it back. If you don't know what that is, you're too young. But if you grew up in the 80s and the 90s, that V sit and reach was a bitch, and trying to do the pull-ups and all of that stuff. So it's essentially you're being tested to make sure your kid isn't fat and fatigued while in school. And if it is, you're getting a progress report and shamed as a parent that your kid is. I
remember the awards they would give you, and they had a little seal on there.
Yeah, and they would do it in front of everybody, so you felt like shit if you didn't get one. But it meant nothing. It's like, I got the Presidential Physical Fitness Award. Cool. It's not even the president's signature. It's a Xerox print. So who cares?
Right.
Anyway, so he was there. So, half the country's not happy. Then he cuts a wrestling kind of vignette as he walks out of the White House doors, does his Triple H, spits the water out, his pose and all that stuff. as a wrestling fan, I thought it looked really fucking cool. But I understand, people don't like politics and all that stuff, so I get that. So that's a problem. So you've got the new costs. Triple H is working for the current administration as the head or one of the heads of the Physical Fitness Council, or however it's officially called. Then WWE has SummerSlam over the weekend, a 2-night event. It's going fine. Everything's good. John Cena loses the title Sunday night to Cody Rhodes.
Who was in the Naked Gun, by the way?
Cody Rhodes is?
He was in a brief scene in a bar. It's
very nice. Cena's back being a babyface. He does the right thing, passing the torch, if you will, to Cody Rhodes. All of this stuff goes on. Cody and him embrace. They're holding hands, up in their victory. Got the belt, what have you. Cody backs out of the ring, gives John his moment because John's on his farewell tour. He's only got about, I think, a dozen dates left before the end of the year, and he's retiring from the WWE. Well, right as the graphics are about to come up and to end the event, you hear this guitar squelch noise that's very familiar. Brock Lesnar returns. The Beast. Brock Lesnar, WWE legend, UFC legend, hasn't been seen in the last few years because he was named in a lawsuit against Vince McMahon, who was being federally investigated for sex trafficking, and I don't know all the list of charges from it, but federally he's cleared, but there's still a civil suit going on, right? Well, apparently Brock Lesnar got dropped from the lawsuit, was cleared. His name was removed from the whole thing. Mm-hmm. And there was no way TKO was going to allow him to come back unless they legally said, all right, this is good. We can work with this, or he's all done and we can bring him back. Well, they did. He comes out. The crowd goes nuts, but the internet loses its fucking mind in the opposite direction and saying all kinds of terrible stuff and all kinds of things and fuck this company and I'm not watching anymore and I'm sick and tired of this stuff. Because that compound with the Triple H stuff with Donald Trump, and now, was it yesterday or the day before where they announced the ESPN stuff here? People have had it. There's a lot of people who are so pissed off about it. There he is, right there on the screen, him returning there. Bigger.
Right, this man looks just like a Viking or something.
He is. He's impossible. He's as big as he ever has been,
This man's 90 years old and can beat out for everybody.
It was also revealed later that this was on the request of John Cena because John gets to make his own schedules and everything. He wanted a last match with Brock Lesnar. So they clear it. They bring him in, which also works too because once the Cena and him program is done, he was also his advocate was Paul Heyman. And Paul Heyman just screwed over Roman Reigns, just screwed over CM Punk, is currently working with Seth Rollins. Now Brock Lesnar's back. You're going to have a 4-way here of people wanting to punch Paul Heyman in the face with all of this. So, they just keep falling into weird storylines that on paper look pretty interesting. But yeah, a lot of the fan base is not happy with everything. And that's only within a week's time, if maybe a few days less.
Oh, yeah.
Than a week. That they were trending on everything. They've been a lightning rod for social media. There's videos of people leaving SummerSlam screaming and yelling and fights in the parking lot over Brock Lesnar coming back. It's like, oh my God. If this is something they can write out that all publicity is good publicity, then they're doing something right. But just so much happened with the WWE in this past week there. Let's move on to... Oh, actually, I have 2 things to show you involving WWE. One, this showed up on my feed, and I thought you would like it because the previous week... Oh, that was the other thing. Hulk Hogan, when he passed away, his funeral just happened down in Florida. And people were upset when there was paparazzi revealing Triple H and Stephanie were there. Vince McMahon showed up to the funeral. Other wrestlers and stuff showed up to the funeral. Kid Rock showed up. other country singers, celebrities all came to this thing here. So anybody that showed up, all of a sudden they were getting shit online. How dare you go to this guy's funeral? It's like, oh my God.
There's this guy on the internet that I'll see his name. He goes by the name Joey Swole. Have you heard of this guy?
I know Joey Swole. Yeah, he had to take back his. Well, he didn't have to, but he did.
And he went on and he, praised, Terry Bollea, Hulk Hogan, for, getting him interested in fitness, getting him in this. And he praised, he's sad by his passing, all this stuff. And then all of a sudden, everyone, you're right, comes out of the woodwork and be like, you can't support this guy. You're an asshole now. So like all the good that he does, exposing, people's bad fucking etiquette when it comes to the gym and all this shit. And then now they're attacking him. And he went on to social media and he was like, apparently all the good you do gets just erased by one comment. I'm done with social media and I'm fucking over it. And I'm just like, guys, can we stop?
Yeah.
Like, he didn't kill anybody. He didn't he's not being a complete asshole. We went on and talked about how our relationship with WWF, WWE and all this stuff, you have a line where, yeah, maybe during his formative years, he was envious of him and, it was inspired by him. It doesn't mean you have to like everything about the guy. There's 1,000 people that people love in movies and in all their careers. People praise Brad Pitt. F1, such a good movie. You know what? This guy got drunk on a plane and was abusive to his kids and Angelina Jolie. He's a fucking asshole, but everyone's fine with it.
Jared in the chat saying, Joey also said this. It was not just the Hogan stuff.
Sure. I mean, he said colored. Look, no one knows how to talk anymore, so I get it. But it's just ridiculous how we're just ready to quickly attack and then, ruin people's lives.
All right. Well, so that happened with the Hogan funeral, and I wanted to show you, this ties into Hulk Hogan. This is an interesting concept of Hulk Hogan promos turned into polka.
40 hours.
Oh, by the way, they're in reverse, so it sounds
oh my
demonic.
God! I thought I was having a stroke.
Here we go. Sounds like German.
It kind of does. That's our show title.
Isn't this great?
That's fantastic.
All right, there's more to it, but I just thought that was hilarious. 'Cause I was actually walking around humming it. Oh, he shot a horse. He shot a horse. Yeah. The other thing is I know I got you into wrestling. You rekindled your love with wrestling not too long ago with WrestleMania.
That was fun.
When a certain man appeared, when you say his name.
And what's that?
I just want to let you know that we still believe in Joe Hendry.
You want to know what always cheers me up?
No, I don't actually.
Say his name and he appears.
Ren,
I believe in Joe Hendry.
stop. He's not going to show up, so stop. All right?
Say his name and he appears. I believe in
how
Joe
long was he in there?
Hendry.
How long was he in that bridge?
I don't know, but two things. One, I was laughing my ass off because his promos are so fucking funny. It pisses off a lot of other wrestlers because later on this promo, I cut it out because it was too long, but the guy says, like, you're just worried about going viral. You only care about attention. And Joe Hendry just kind of goes like this. Like, that's your job. You're supposed to make moments and have people talking about it, right? And it's such a simple bit where somebody says his name. I'll pull some other clips for next time where somebody just mentions his name and all of a sudden he shows up out of the rafter. Like it's like Sting. where, oh my God, it's Sting. He's right there.
Just up there standing.
It's the same concept, except he shows up staring dead at the camera, smiling while the music hook plays, right? And Jared beat me to what I was going to say here. The second thing was him in the fridge made me think about Sherry getting locked into the fridge in Punky Brewster where she passed out and they had to revive her. See, look, so Woodprint in the chat is like, I was thinking the same thing, Jared. Yes, we all thought about Punky Brewster, but I want to watch this one more time because he just...
That's my favorite. When he pops out of that fridge.
He shows up in the weirdest places.
GIF.
And I'll say, like, with Fandango, when Fandango was still with WWE,
yeah,
I didn't care that he went months without even wrestling a match because people would he thought people pronounced his name wrong, so he would get offended and he would leave. But he would come out and the whole crowd would be just doing the finger points to the music while he would dance out. The announcer, the opponent said his name the way that he didn't think was correct. He'd turn around and leave. The music would hit. He'd never wrestle for like 6 months. And you're like, I don't care if he ever wrestles again. This is the best gimmick going. Same thing with Joe Hendry. If he just shows up when people mentions his name and that's it, I don't care if he wrestles again.
I don't care. Yeah, I don't care if he puts 1 foot in that ring to fight.
Yeah, try this again.
You want to know what always cheers me up?
No, I don't actually.
Say his name and he appears.
Ren,
I believe in Joe Hendry.
stop. He's not going to show up, so stop. All right?
Say his name and he appears.
Just in the fridge.
I believe in Joe Hendry.
It's so good.
It's the best.
So fucking good.
He could do no wrong. The crowd loves him. The crowd goes crazy whenever that song comes on.
Oh, that is so
But
funny.
Anyway, all right.
I do have something for you. You know how last week we were talking about the American Eagle jeans campaign with Sydney Sweeney?
Yes.
And how there's a lot of backlash. Well, there's been a lot of other things that have been popping up.
Parodies
and things like that, including...
Is this the Lizzo thing?
Oh, no. It's Mean Gene and Jeans. He's got good jeans, Eric.
He's got some mean jeans.
Got some mean jeans. So I saw that one and I had to laugh.
Oh, that is
talk about WWE. Old
God,
Mean Gene.
if I didn't love my kid, that would be my lock screen on my phone.
Mean Gene and Jeans. So yes, there's that. So I do love a good Mean Gene.
Tell me about those jeans, Mean Gene. Everyone's trying to talk to Gene Okerlund and they keep calling him Jeans plural.
All right, Jeans.
Thank you for bringing that to the show.
You're welcome. Speaking of app news, Hulu and Disney are going to integrate. Speaking of color, we're gonna.
Whoa!
I know, right?
Hold
Hulu app is
on.
going to be phased out as Disney is fully integrating services into Disney Plus.
Hold on, I got to figure out if we have something here to clear up what Jordan said. Here we go.
Yep.
Guys, racism is wrong, no matter how funny and dead on it is. So don't do it, all right?
There we go.
Don't do that. A new unified.
The N-word.
Sorry.
A new unified Disney Plus and Hulu streaming app will be available in 2026, the company said. According to Disney rep, customers will be able to buy a standard-alone Hulu subscription as well as a standard-alone Disney Plus plan. However...
You're still using the same app, right?
They're going to be one app. So yes, today we're announcing a major step forward in strengthening our streaming offering by fully integrating Hulu into Disney Plus, Bob Iger said.
I think, hold on a second. I think what they're doing is... internationally, they have that thing called Star or Disney Star, whatever, because Hulu doesn't exist outside of the United States. So, and it was always tied, like you have the Disney app, but then you'd have the Star feature, which would be essentially Hulu. So that's probably what they're doing.
Yeah. So they're gonna do that. This will create an impressive package of entertainment pairing the highest caliber brands and franchises, great general entertainment, family programming, news, and industry-leading live sports content in a single app. Now, I personally only use Disney Plus. I don't use the Hulu app singularly. So everything's already kind of put together for me anyway. So
I watched
really
King of the Hill right through my Disney app
there.
the whole time. Yeah.
Yeah. So. They're taking steps to kind of make that just one unified spot to get all that content. So
fantastic
fun stuff. Speaking of Disney, Gina Carano, star of The Mandalorian, former UFC fighter.
We're going to get her in jeans too for another ad. Gina Carano jeans.
Jeans. But yeah, her and Disney settled the legal dispute over her Mandalorian firing.
It's about time that they got together and talked.
Just they just got to get in a room and just be, cool. Lucasfilm spokesperson said the statement Friday to Variety, and this is hilarious. The Disney company and Lucasfilm are pleased to announce that we have reached an agreement with Gina Carano to resolve the issues in her pending lawsuit against the companies. Ms. Carano was always well respected by her directors, co-stars, and staff, and she worked hard to perfect her craft while treating her colleagues with kindness and respect. With this lawsuit concluded, we look forward to identifying opportunities to work together with Ms. Carano in the near future. Gina was fired from The Mandalorian in 2021 after sharing several controversial social media posts, including the one compared being Republican to being Jewish in the Holocaust and all that fun.
You know what? To be honest, during the time when she was booted, I don't even think the Holocaust thing was the thing that really set it over the edge. I think it was the COVID stuff.
I think it was her, anti-vax and stuff like that, which, at the time, everyone was like, you're either in or you're out. So, it was one of those things. She also was dropped as a client by UTA at the time. In 2024, Carano filed suit in California federal court alleging wrongful termination and discrimination, as well as a demand that the court should force Lucasfilm to cast her again and pay her at least $75,000 in punitive damages.
I didn't hear that part, that it forced them to hire again.
Well, that was what she wanted in her suit. So that was her suit to them. Now, I don't know what the terms of this settlement are going to be. I don't know if they just give her money. I don't know if they agreed to these terms just to end it and get it done. But
let me ask you this, all right? If you were in this situation, when you have a lawsuit, you want damages for defamation and character work, all that stuff. You want your law fees covered because it's costing you money for all this stuff. So you want all that money back. Maybe you want an apology, a public apology, a press statement, something like along those lines. But the damages is the money that you're getting for all of this stuff here. Do you want to go back to working with that company after they did all of this? It's not like they didn't honor an agreement, like they were supposed to renew her or something along those lines that they're trying to get out on a technicality.
Right.
They publicly, executed her career with all of this stuff here. And then you're going through the lawsuit. You're the defendant. Do you ask, is like, you need to hire me back?
Right.
That seems weird, right?
Yeah. Well, and then that's the thing. She decided, all right, fine, I'm not going to work with you anymore. She decided to do a Western for
The Wire, right? It was Ben Shapiro's thing, right?
Little thing. Yeah. So she did a movie called Terror on the Prairie. Did nothing. Like, just nothing.
Because it was probably released on their website that nobody was going to. Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, I think she knows that if she can get in with Disney and whatever, and Lucasfilm and all this stuff, whether it be going back to The Mandalorian, whether it going back to any of that stuff, she just wants her foot back in the door. And she knows that this is the big entity. I couldn't do that. Like, you fired me. Sorry.
I understand that. She wants to back in. But that's why you're suing for damages. You sue for your legal costs. You want a public apology, a press release, to clear your name so that you can now go back to work at other places. You're not going there to work, but it opens the doors back up saying, we were wrong. That company admitted they were wrong legally. Everything's clear. She's hireable again. You could go, other companies will take a chance and work with her again.
Right.
You don't say, I want you to bring me, like if SiriusXM we had a lawsuit with them. It's not like, well, you got to take the Opie and Anthony show back to go. We wouldn't go back there. I mean, for $100 million, maybe we go back there. But outside of that thing, you're not going to say, oh, we're going to go back to work at that company that let us go for whatever reason. You want your name cleared publicly, damages paid so that I can go and work and continue my life. That's just such a weird thing to have in a lawsuit. But all right. Yeah. Well, she's got everything cleared. They're not going to hire her, at least my opinion.
No,
they're not going to bring her back.
They had to put the statement out, but I don't see them working with her anytime soon.
I think at most they put out, because they did it for everybody else, they put out her figure, her character as a Star Wars figure or something, and that's about it, Yeah. Or maybe they hire her for something else outside of Star Wars, like maybe she.
Well, she was in Deadpool, so that's Fox. She worked with Fox in that world. I don't see, like, again, I definitely don't see her coming back to like the Star Wars world. Like, I know they had planned on doing some kind of bounty hunter show and things with her character. That's never going to happen again. Like that's just off the table. They're not going to do that.
Yeah.
So I don't know. See what they do with her.
Woodpit saying, I'm sure that's what the lawyer told her at the time. Yeah, but even to have the lawyer want that in there, that doesn't make sense either. I don't think a law firm would advise you to say you demand that they take that job back. No, a lawyer would go to try to get every dime you can out of that, clear your client's name, and then handshake, move on. Best luck to you with your life going forward. I don't know. I would like to look into that to see like whose idea was it to say demand that you hire me back at this salary. By the way, that is such a weird fucking thing to do.
In fact, you know what? I'll take less. Just give me a job.
Yeah. Heather in the chat saying, yeah, that's some weird narcissistic shit. It could be, but I don't know if that's who advised her and who approved that to go into the lawsuit. That's what I want to figure out. Whoopit said everyone thought was weird when she filed suit. I wasn't aware of that until now. So I guess I wasn't paying enough attention. Oh, Wesley's saying she wants a Cara Dune spinoff show. She wasn't that, well, Casey said there, she was not that good enough actor anyway, but the character wasn't.
She was very wooden. But that's what they had planned. They had planned that she was going to be
She's a former MMA fighter. She was great for Deadpool being, a stoic, muscle,
grunty,
superpower, superhero kind of thing. But yeah, she's not going to go off and do...
It was fine in small doses. That first season of Mandalorian, when she showed up, she was okay.
Yeah.
And then they gave her more face time in Mandalorian season 2, and then you realize, oh, she can't act. She's just not good.
All right, moving on.
More Star Wars news. Star Wars Starfighter enlist Matt Smith to be the new villain in their new show.
Even he knows Doctor Who's is not fixable. He's like, I'm not coming back as the Doctor.
He's like, I'm not going to be the Doctor. House of the Dragon's up.
Yeah.
Pretty popular. So he's going to be in the new Sean Levy's Star Wars Starfighter. The Hollywood Reporter confirmed Lucasfilm cannot be reached. This is multiple villain roles that he's done lately. I guess Mia Goth is going to be the other villain in this.
Mia Goth, Ewan Goth, well, fucking emo. Black Parade, motherfucker.
Right.
Double gun.
So Ryan Gosling is going to be the star of that movie. Somewhere. And it's supposed to come out May 28th, 2027.
Okay.
Speaking of Star Wars, A New Hope.
Again?
Again. Star Wars is going to return to theaters in 2027 to honor the
50th anniversary, yeah. Is this all the companies, or is it an exclusive theater deal like AMC or Regal or something?
I don't know, because AMC's got the rights not the rights, but they're the only ones doing the Batman 89 and Batman Returns,
which
one night only.
We didn't. I don't think we talked about that last week.
It came out after last week.
When that came on there, I posted and I sent to you guys. I'm going to the movie. I will go to a theater back to back to watch both those movies.
Because here's the thing: it's one night only. And it's only at AMC. So, I have to figure out the closest AMC to me to go see this. Because Batman 89 was my obsession when I was a kid. I went and saw that multiple times in the theaters when it came out. Mm-hmm. And one of my, one of those core memories that sticks in your brain, I saw Batman Returns at a drive-in theater in California. So, I would love to see these two back-to-back, same night. Just go see the original Keaton Batmans.
I would like to go see the original Keaton Batman in the theater because I went to Weird Al's UHF that weekend instead of seeing Batman. So,
that was your bad decision movie? My bad decision movie when I was living in Kansas?
No. I liked UHF.
Sure.
Down the line, I realized, maybe I should have saw Batman first. But
here's my bad decision.
Yeah.
I saw Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey over Terminator 2.
I've never seen Terminator 2.
Well, it's fantastic.
I've played the game with the mounted gun. What was it, an Uzi or something? That's mounted in the arcade. I play that, and the pinball machine's fantastic.
Pinball machine's great, but yes, I saw Bogus Journey over the hottest movie of that year.
Update.
I don't regret it.
Star Wars coming out in 27 to theaters for the 50th anniversary. It's all theaters. It's not an exclusive to AMC or anything.
Easy to get to. Then,
Think of those popcorn buckets, Jordan. Think of the money you're going to be spending on all of those theaters.
A giant sand crawler.
He's going to have feelers all around. Do you live near a Cinemark? Do you live near an Alamo Draft House? I need that alternate bucket. Speaking of buckets, did you get the Siren Cup for Naked Gun?
No, I didn't. Unfortunately, I saw you send that. Did you see that, or did you just found like someone?
No, somebody sent that to me and said, "Hey, I should have asked." And I'll have to text him and ask what theater it is. So you get your drink cup. You know how everything's about the cups and the popcorn buckets now. It's a big drink cup, but it has a lid on top. That is the police siren from the beginning of all the Naked Gun movies. And they just shot a video of the thing going in and out of the theater. Like people are diving out of the way from the cup as it's going through. It was brilliant because it's on the Naked Gun Instagram account, I think.
Okay.
Go look for that, but watch the video. There's people throwing popcorn. They're diving into seats and everything as the thing's trying to move.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
See? That's how you do it. That's how you do something that's new, but harkens back to the old stuff, and that's perfect.
Heather is saying Bill and Ted's was the right choice, Jordan.
Station! I still think it was a good choice. Moving on, K-pop Demon Hunter.
Jared saying, eat popcorn out of a Jawa face. What if it's like the popcorn bucket is really, it's a tom-tom, and you have to open like the zipper thing in the bottom, and tauntaun, whatever it is. What are tom-toms? Although tom-toms is the Australian cookies.
Or the old GPS that people used to have in their cars.
That too, yeah. This is not the turn you're looking for. They open up the tauntauns, the popcorn comes spilling out the side, and like it looks fantastic, but it's a poor design for eating popcorn in the theater.
I actually have a sleeping bag that's shaped like a tauntaun, and when you open it up,
I've seen those.
Lightsaber,
yeah,
you open it up, and it looks like the guts.
Thank you, Bartholomew, correcting me once again. The Aussie cookies are Tim Tams. Tom Tom was the GPS.
And Zim Zam and Zardoz.
Did you know Zim Zam? Do you remember what Zim Zam is?
Yeah, wasn't it G.I. Joe? Right?
No, that was Zartan.
Zartan,
the guy who would change color in the sun. No, right. Zim Zam was a thing that very few people ever remember.
What was it?
Zim Zam was essentially a tetherball, right?
Okay.
But you would put it either you'd screw it into the backyard, or you'd have them. People had them on the beach. It was a giant pole, and it had little things that come out the side, so you could jump on it and push it down into the ground. It had a coil, like a spring on the top. For the string that was hooked on there, the tether ball to go up and down. It was a tennis ball. And you had these heavy charcoal-looking paddles that you would slam that tennis ball, and it would go speeding around. If you walked in, or if it hit you in the wrong thing, you were getting like welts and concussions. It was back like around the era of lawn darts and pogo sticks.
I was going to say long darts, I remember.
Solid metal contraption. The paddles were not like, wooden. They were solid, heavy-duty plastic with like almost like a waffle grating in the paddle.
That's so funny.
Go to the next thing. I'm going to pull up a video. I'll see if I can find it.
Last week, we talked about K-pop Demon Hunter and how much I actually really, really enjoyed it. It has become Netflix's number 4 most popular English language movie ever. Not just this week, not just this month, ever.
Really?
During the week of July 28th through August 3rd, K-pop Demon Hunters achieved not only its 7th week at Netflix's top 10, but became one of the streamer's most popular titles ever. With a total of 158.8 million views since its June 20th debut, the musical fantasy is now its 4th place on the all-time English language film chart, outranked only by Red Notice with 230 million.
That was
Carry On.
That's not his Christmas movie. That's the Rock and Ryan Reynolds,
Red one. Red Notice was the other rock movie.
Yeah, okay. I haven't seen either one. I was just trying to figure out which was which.
Carry On with 172, which I believe was a Taron Egerton movie. And Don't Look Up, which was that weird God, who was in that one? That was Leonardo DiCaprio.
Don't Look Up. Don't Look Up. Oh no, that's Just Don't Look.
Yeah, Just Don't Look. That was 171.4 million. Netflix measures its all-time list by accounting for all views in each title's first 91 days of viewing, meaning that K-pop Demon Hunters has 7 weeks left to continue climbing higher than this. So it may actually end up being number 1. My FYP on TikTok, my Instagram, everywhere I look, everyone is talking about this. The soundtrack has charted, one of the songs charted to number 1.
Okay.
Golden Hour, I believe. It is.
You don't even know what you just fed. It's fucking vulgar and dirty.
So gross. But yeah, it's climbing the charts. It's
when a girl pisses on you.
Oh, that's golden showers.
Disgusting. My mother used to do that to Lamar, and I was like, Mom, why is the water all over the floor? She's like, oh, mind your P's and Q's, Chipper. Get a bucket and a mop.
Somewhere in 3 weeks, when Rob finally listens to this show, he'll be laughing. Anyway, so did you find what you're looking for?
I did, but the thing is, there's 2 of them, so I wasn't 100% sure. So I'm trying to pull the second one here to see it. But let's see if this...
While you're doing that,
okay, because
I was gonna say I can just keep moving on to you.
No, I got one of them here that I'm loading in as we speak, and we can go and check these out. Oh, I got both of them here. Okay, so let's see if this is the one. I haven't
Zim Zam,
but we're talking about Zim Zam, and if I remember correctly, the music was
Yacht Rock.
Very famous. I wish it was. Well, it was a very famous classical music piece that they used in 2001 in Space Odyssey when he's walking in the space station, and it goes dun, 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 that one in there, but they put lyrics to it about Zim Zam.
Oh my god.
So let's see if this is it. Yes, okay.
Oh my god.
Yeah, they're
I was gonna say that looks dangerous at all.
It is, because look at the paddles there, right?
Yeah,
you could club someone to death. That wasn't just like a lighthearted plastic paddle to use, like a ping pong paddle or badminton or something. One right swing, if somebody just happened to be walking to your path and they're concussed or dead. Like it was just a chunk of plastic that somehow was carved out of stone, and it had that waffle grating. Look at that. That's not painted on. It's carved. So if you got hit, you had pattern indents on the thing. And the top of it was let's see if I can get it to show the top there, where they show the spring. It's not playing anymore. It's not playing for you, right?
No.
All right, let me try it again. Huh? No. Let me try to get the other one there. The spring on the top had a very flimsy safety mechanism to keep the thing on there, because all it was the metal bent down a little bit from the top there, so that if it went up to the top, chances are the ball with the attached string wouldn't go flying at like a ungodly speed at somebody's head. And more times than not, it did. Let's see if this one. I'll show you when it gets to the part here. Right there.
Oh my god, yeah.
Look at the top. They just bent. This looks like a couch spring.
Just bent it in.
They just bent it.
Spring. This looks like a shock off of like an old Ford truck.
Right. So like me and my brother and my older sister, as kids would, you sit there and go, well, there's how fast can I get this to go up the spring or down the spring? So you would just hold it up, like tee it up to yourself, and then hit it as hard as you can to see it go zooming up or zooming down the spring. And if you hit the right amount of speed to go up the top, it goes up, over, down that thing, and then out. And now you've got a projectile object flying at like comet speed at anybody's direction.
You know what's missing from tetherball?
The violence.
People's eyes getting knocked out.
Exactly, yeah. A concussion, a bloody and broken nose.
Zim Zam, the portable fun family racket game from Funness. Kazoo not included.
Zim Zam.
Yeah.
Fantastic. I did not know that existed, and now I kind of want to see it.
You're a better person for having known.
Probably.
Anything
Moving
else?
on, Goosebumps was canceled after 2 seasons at Disney Plus. Goosebumps.
Is that the one with Ross from Friends?
That he was in the second season. So I think like every season was kind of its own little thing. So the second one was the last. So Variety learned it. The horror anthology based off of Eric's best friend from last year's New York Comic Con, R.L. Stein, which originally debuted in October of 2023.
He was a pleasure to talk to, by the way.
I was going to say, I actually re-listened to that interview. He's fantastic. And then the second season debuted in January of 2025. This unfortunately will not be continuing with Disney Plus, according to people with the knowledge with Sony Pictures Television. They are going to plan to shop the show and see if any other outlets want to actually take the IP. But right now, canceled at Disney Plus, unfortunately.
Okay.
Hamilton, the stage play, musical, and Disney Plus movie has now gone to the theaters as of September. So Lin-Manuel Miranda has revealed that the movie version of the musical Hamilton will come to
the one
theaters.
That came out during COVID.
Yeah.
I forgot to go back after the intermission because they have the intermission on the movie.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot to watch the last half of that movie.
That's when everything happens.
So I don't know how it ended. So don't tell me. Okay.
Yeah, I won't say a thing. Tomorrow's the 10-year anniversary of Hamilton. We've been celebrating all year, but we have one more way to celebrate. We filmed most of the original cast performing in Hamilton in 2016, and we always wanted to release it theatrically. But then the pandemic hit, so we decided to release it on streaming so that everyone could see it at home whenever they wanted. But September 5th, you'll be able to see Hamilton in movie theaters nationwide and Puerto Rico. So yeah, Hamilton's coming to theaters. If you've not seen it, or if you just want to see it on the big screen, you'll be able to do it as of September 5th. I've seen the live show, not obviously with the original cast, but I've seen the live show, I think 4 times. 2 of them with my daughter. It's fun. It's a good show. Obviously, it's not very, very historically accurate, but it gets you interested enough. I ended up reading the book.
Yeah, I don't think they knew how to rap. When they were building the Treasury building,
not with that attitude.
No,
but yeah,
their coordination and their song and their costuming was all terrible. It was a different time back then.
Highlanders getting a new villain played by Dave Bautista coming to Amazon and MGM.
Have you seen Dave Bautista lately?
He thinned out. Like
he was obviously.
He's getting older.
Yeah, but speculation of what he was doing during wrestling. He was
big.
A Goliath in the WWE. Even some of his earlier movies. I mean, look at him as Drax in Guardians of the Galaxy stuff. And then there was a zombie movie that he did where they had to break into Las Vegas. Remember?
Oh yeah, the one for Netflix.
Yeah, but then after that, he all of a sudden just got.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Real thin.
Yeah. Doesn't look too healthy.
Yeah, so he's in his final negotiations to play the villain in Amazon and MGM's remake of the 80s cult classic Highlander. Mm-hmm. Henry Cavill and Russell Crowe are also starring in the action fantasy.
Superman and Zeus coming together.
I know. So it's due to begin principal photography at the end of September and shoots in the United Kingdom and Hong Kong. So
okay.
I don't know if it's going to be a straight remake, but yeah, they're doing another Highlander with Henry Cavill as the main character. Meet the Parents sequel has confirmed Ariana Grande has been cast, and they debuted the new title and the release window. So it's a 4th Meet the Parents movie, which I don't know if we really need it, but here we are.
Isn't it called Fockers-in-Law?
So the official title has been called Fockers-in-Law.
Yeah.
Alongside Ariana Grande, Ben Stiller, Robert De Niro, and Owen Wilson. Blythe Danner and Terry Polo will all come back to reprise their roles from the original film. Social media accounts for the movie debuted the news along the general release window and the tagline, "Give thanks for family," which means it's probably going to be a Thanksgiving 2026 release. So we'll see about that one.
Okay.
Speaking of unnecessary sequels, Mel Gibson's Resurrection of the Christ is now going to be 2 films, and they're both going to be opening spring.
Because now it's Christ 2000.
Yeah.
For
Christ checks.
Yeah.
Resurrection of the Christ is being broken up into 2 films. Part 1 will hit theaters on Good Friday, March 26, 2027. Part 2 will launch 40 days later on Ascension Day. Get it? They're marketing to all you crazies. And that is going to fall on May 6th, 2027. So don't know why we needed a second Passion of the Christ type movie. Here we are. Anyway. This is going to be a fun one. Portland Pickles. I sent you a little video the other day. Portland Pickles Summer League picked a random fan.
Let's revisit that. I mean, tell the story, but we'll revisit the video for next week.
Yeah. So a random fan out of the crowd to take an at-bat. The Portland Pickles landed a one-day contract after being pulled from the stands and hitting a home run on Fan Appreciation Night. Portland Pickles of the West Coast League, a collegiate summer baseball wooden bat league, they held a Fan Appreciation Night this past Saturday. The fan who was chosen to enter the game in the stands, referred to as Dixie, walked his first at-bat before blasting a 2-run homer in the Pickles' 8th inning. On Sunday, the Pickles announced that they were assigning him to a one-day contract. Portland Pickles manager spoke about signing Dixie and him to a temporary spot on the roster. It was kind of fun. He got up there, walked the first one, got onto first, stole second base. The Pickles eventually batted him in, so he scored. And then they're like, let's just keep you in the game. And he hit a home run on his next at-bat, which was pretty
amazing.
Cool. It's really cool.
Yeah.
I mean, even if it's a work, I don't care. It's fun. It's a feel-good story.
Put a note on the sheet for we'll watch that clip next week.
Yeah. So I'll do that. Speaking of, let me bring up I think I have a video that I made here. Let me see if this was it. Okay, this is it. So I got a video for the next story.
Chris is saying that there's questions online that it might have been staged.
Again, I don't care. I mean, it was cool to watch, even if it's staged. So are the Savannah Bananas half the time. I mean, they're playing baseball, but a lot of it's just gimmick. And you know what? Sometimes you need that, especially for things like the Portland Pickles. So this one wasn't staged, and this will be our last story for the night. An NHL player and a mascot have a close call with a bear doing a photo shoot in Alaska. A promotional video.
A couple bears.
Let's go and watch that. So they're filming a promotional video.
So Bowie is a troll, which is the Kraken's mascot, and they're super used to seeing humans.
Yep, look at that bear coming.
Used to seeing trolls, and so Bowie was a unique element to the day. We do a trip up to Anchorage every summer with our youth hockey coaches to do a Kraken Week takeover at the Anchorage Hockey Academy. My colleague and I were standing on the shore, kind of taking some footage.
Is this going to go Simpsons on us, where the bear lunges and rips the troll to pieces, and everyone just stands there in awe and does nothing?
I wish.
Of the folks that were in the river fly fishing. We saw a bear approach us. I think the bear just got a little excited and wanted to get a little bit of a closer look to our dear friend Bowie.
Like, oh,
Luckily,
it's a cute bear.
Really
no, thank you.
And it was such
What she's not telling you about their dear friend Bowie is that she's Bowie.
a unique moment to see a bear in their natural habitat get excited to see something they're not used to seeing.
Knocks her out.
Mascot's pissing his fucking waiters right now.
Bear jumps through the air with a giant salmon in its mouth, knocks her unconscious, and then gores the mask.
We were gonna be
right.
Okay.
So
Seattle might be used to facing the Nashville.
So yeah, the Seattle Kraken filming a promotional video had some bears coming out.
That's pretty fun.
But Chris is saying here that the rumor is that the bear is also staged.
And then Jim Carrey falls out of its asshole all naked, and because it couldn't breathe, the
It's getting
fans
hot
died
in
off.
these bears.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll be the last story of the night. It's just a little fun.
All right. Well, with that being said, it's time to get out of here. We got to do the plugs. Why can't I find the button? There's the button. Okay. Music's going. Jordan, our nation's eyes turn to you.
You can catch me on Instagram, Blue Sky X, and YouTube at Jinx Ronin, Twitch, Jinx Ronin79. I will be playing the Battlefield 6 demo. I got it all downloaded, ready to go.
A lot of people have gotten that.
The beta is this weekend. I am going to go blow stuff up. It's going to be fantastic. So come check me out. I'm going to stream that. I got it on the PlayStation, so we'll do that. If you have an Amazon Prime subscription and you want to give us a free month subscription to Twitch, go onto your Twitch channel. Go look for It's Eric Nagel. Use that subscription. Get a free month. Check us out. Help us out. It costs you nothing extra.
All right. So Jordan will be blowing things up with, he'll be burdened with glorious explosives.
Yeah, I got volleyball all weekend, but in between, I'll be shooting a lot of people.
All right.
And playing Battlefield.
We should. I want to thank, by the way, our guest from segment 1.
Oh, yeah.
Our pal, Carlos Navarro. Go to his YouTube channel. Where's his thing here? I had it. Where did I put it? There it is. On YouTube, To the Top with Carlos Navarro. Go give him a like and a subscribe to his content there. You can also follow him on Instagram at To the Top Carlos. And I am Carlos Navarro, I think .com was his website, which has everything else. So go send him some loves. Tell him that you enjoyed him here on the program. That does makes him feel good and definitely does help out. As far as this show goes, me and the show across the board on all the social media at It's Eric Nagel. If you're on the iHeartRadio app, please put us in the #1 position on the presets at the top there. If you're on Apple and Spotify, any of those places, do us a kindness. Go over there, leave us a positive review. It does help out the program. You can join us live each and every week on our YouTube and our Twitch channels at It's Eric Nagel to be part of the program as we do this, because it goes out the next day on the radio, but you can be here live as we do all of this fun stuff. And if you can't do any of that stuff and you just want to watch it whenever you have the time, look, I get it. YouTube, It's Eric Nagel has the shows, the videos, the highlights, all that fun stuff. It's all there for you to enjoy. I think that's everything, right?
It is for now.
All right. So we need to get out of here. So until the next time, everybody,
be excellent to each other.
We'll be seeing you.
It's Eric Nagel.
Look, guy, you are a rat. Don't call me a rat, buddy. I'm not your buddy, friend. He's not your friend, guy. I'm not your guy, buddy. He's not your buddy, friend. I'm not your friend, guy.
Alas, we're out of time. Follow It's Eric Nagel on social media platforms. For ways to watch and listen to the show, or join us for the live shows, head over to itsericnagel.com. Yo, and remember to tell 2 friends so they can tell 2 friends, and they can tell 2 friends, they can tell 2 friends, they can tell 2 friends. You get the idea.
Keep it real, homies.